There's all kinds of different setups out there, and one thing that remains the same, we all have cables that need managing. I've put together my picks for how to cable manage your desk at every price point. I'm often challenged in comments on my videos, why not just use zip ties? So I thought this would be a fun challenge to see how clean of a setup could I make with this super cheap option. You can pick up a pack of zip ties for less than $5 at your local hardware store. Starting with the advantages of zip ties, number one has to be that cheap price. They also give you a strong hold on your bundles of cables. Zip ties basically add no weight or bulk to your setup, so if you want it to stay super lean, zip ties are a good option. When securing my cables, I found the biggest obstacle was figuring out how to secure large power bricks. I ended up attaching 2 zip ties together and sliding them under my power strips secured to the bottom of the desk. I then looped these cable ties around my power brick and cables. By adding some zip tie base mounts, I was able to tighten up many of the cables up against the desk for an even cleaner look. The base mounts cost about $3 for a pack of 5, so even though this takes us a little over the $5 price point, it's a worthwhile upgrade. Just don't expect them to hold very much weight. I'm constantly changing my setup, so zip ties would be a pain, and I just don't love the idea of cutting a zip tie right next to my cable. My recommendation would be to go right to my $15 option. If you've watched my other videos, you know I strongly recommend this Hebza $15 kit from Amazon. It includes a large variety of ties, clips, holders, and even sleeves. I feel quite confident I can tackle any desk setup and have a nice final product using this kit. The large black clips have a strong adhesive and can handle a lot of the heavy lifting underneath the desk. And I always find a good use for the variety of cable holders. Typically, they handle the cables coming down off the back of the desktop. The cable sleeves are perfect for bundling together cables coming down from the back of monitors, making them look like one solid unit. And finally, the roll of Velcro can be cut into pieces to help with any miscellaneous bundling of cables around your setup. Some downsides are that some items in the kit I would never use, and I don't think some of the smaller clips stick very well. But with such a low price, I feel confident I'm getting a good value, even if I end up tossing out some of the items. The kit also doesn't give you anything large enough to house a power strip or large amounts of cables, so these things will always be somewhat visible. This product is what I would really recommend starting with if you had a small budget. The Hebza kit will require more work than some of my later options, and it's not going to be as flexible, but it will really help you tidy up your setup. Stepping up to the $50 price point, we're getting into the tray and box style products. The Pamo cable trays are an excellent value for $35. For that price, you'll get 2 trays for a total of 34 inches of coverage. Their products are constantly coming in and out of stock, but they typically have 2 options for 2 or 3 trays in either black, white, or silver. I paired the trays with the Hebza kit from Amazon to round it out at $50. The trays are rigid enough to hold anything you can fit in them, but they have enough flex in case you need to bend them a bit to fit something inside. Pamo designed the product to have a large enough opening in the tray for a drill or screwdriver to fit through. You have the ability to mount the trays opening up to the front or the back side of the desk. I chose the back side, knowing that I could easily slide my desk out to access the cables from the back. I find the large amount of openings to be both a positive and a negative. The positive is you can route your cables into the tray from many different locations. You can also use the cutouts to strap down or wedge cables for an even tighter setup. The negative is that it's not quite as clean of a look compared to the other products that give you more of a solid surface to hide your cables behind. One other negative with the Pamo set is it's not sufficient enough to take care of all of your setup's cable needs. They do include a couple of accessories, but I found it necessary to use the Amazon $15 kit to complete my cable management. The step up to my $100 price point is a big one in terms of value. My pick is the $60 StandDesk cable management tray. I again combine this with the $15 Amazon kit. The jump in value is large because this setup is only $25 more than my previous pick, but you're getting close to 40 inches of coverage with even more functionality. The StandDesk tray requires you to screw 4 hooks into the bottom of your desk, 2 for the back of the tray and 2 for the front. While it's not super difficult, I wouldn't say they make it really easy either. Once the clips are attached, using the tray is very intuitive. To take advantage of the length of this tray, I chose to use a 12-outlet power strip with a 6-foot cord. It's certainly not necessary, and you can use whatever power supply you already have, but it's easy to see how well these two products work together. Inside the tray, there's 2 rows of Velcro straps. I used one row to hold my power strip, and the other row holds the bundles of cables. The products from the Amazon kit came into play when I was routing the cables in and out of the tray, as well as bundling them up inside. The StandDesk tray allows you to be really flexible with your setup. Changing desk accessories, adding or removing cords is very easy to do. You can quickly drop down either the front or the back of the tray, and it will swing open, giving you full access to everything inside. The biggest downside of this tray is that while the materials are nice, they definitely are not what I would consider premium. This leads me right into the next price range, where I recommend a very similar style product, the Human Scale Neat Tech. This product does feature premium materials. The small size Neat Tech sells for $138 on BTOD.com. Even though it's labeled as small, the 38-inch length will be perfect for the average size desk. Installation is much more simple than the StandDesk tray, with 2 double clips rather than 4 separate holders needed to screw into the desk. Once attached, the tray snaps into the clips and you only need to grab the handles to lift and open the front of the tray. I again used the 12-outlet power strip secured into the tray with the Velcro straps. The NeatTech tray only has 1 row of Velcro straps in comparison to the 2 rows on the StandDesk, but I didn't really find it to be a problem as the cord bundles are easily put alongside the power strip. The Amazon kit brings us to $150, so if you find value in spending this amount on cable management, the extra $15 is well worth it. When the tray is closed, you really can't see the cables inside, but it's still nice to have them organized for when you drop open the side of the tray. If you're only looking for function and you aren't concerned with the assembly process, then you will likely be happy with the cheaper StandDesk option. But if aesthetics are important to you, the NeatTech is one of the nicest looking cable management products I've seen. Finally, my no-budget pick combines all of the things I've been talking about. The BTOD Ultimate Cable Management Box gives you a super clean look and the best functionality of any of the cable products I've seen. There are 4 different sizes so you can find the perfect match for your desk setup. For my 60-inch desk, I'm using a 42.9-inch wide box, which costs $265. Installation is straightforward, with 6 screws needed to attach it to the desk. You can attach it so that the removable cover is facing either the front or the back of the desk. At home, I have 2 of these boxes facing the front of my desk, so I can go underneath if I need to make changes. But if you have easy access to the back of your desk, then I suggest having it face outwards. This is a commercial-grade product and can hold 50 pounds of whatever you need to fill it with. The 8 cable portals give you plenty of options for routing cables in and out of the box. The rubber grommet covers help to maintain that solid visual rather than having a bunch of openings where the light can come through. There's plenty of space for all your cable needs, whether you bundle them up nice or prefer to stuff them inside. Either way, the removable panel hides it all. The box is large enough to fit a Wi-Fi splitter, large power bricks, or any other big items that normally would never fit inside your cable management. One downside is that because of its large size, it does stand out more than other products I've recommended. This has never been an issue for me because I found that because of its high quality materials, the box looks more like a part of the desk rather than an added accessory.